So Theatre of War is a unique third mode in Company of Heroes 2. The original game had single player and multiplayer modes. Theatre of War sits in between the two of them. It's 18 new single player and co-op missions that players are going to be able to enjoy, which will both give them an additional challenge post finishing single player content, and will also help them bridge the gap to multiplayer.
We are preparing to pull our lines back, comrade, but we cannot leave the fascists anything to use against us.
Okay, so this second mission we're going to show you guys is called Indirect Fire. It's one of the Soviet missions, and it's really following the Soviet scorched earth policy. What that was basically not leaving anything intact for the enemy to use against you. This mission is really interesting because instead of having sort of a really varied selection of vehicles, you have a couple of infantry squads, and then you have the Katyusha rocket trucks, which are one of the Soviet artillery pieces. So kind of the objective on this map is to scout out and destroy from range all of your enemy opponents. So you'll see here, these are the Katyushas. They're a really interesting Soviet weapon. They were basically trucks laden with rockets, and they destroy an area roughly the size of a football field. So huge level of destruction. They also have a huge range. So you'll see when I highlight them how far away they can fire. So for example, if I select this target here, they'll start bombarding it from range and rain down kind of rocket death on anything in the area. So the objective here is really to keep those trucks safe, keep them at range, and then use your infantry to scout out and capture points on the map supported by artillery fire. You want to try and keep these guys out of combat as much as possible because they're not going to fare very well against anti-tank guns, heavy machine guns, and all of the other toys that the Germans have on the map. But the great thing is your artillery can destroy most of that before you get there. So I'm going to quickly capture this point just to start things off, and then we're going to move up into enemy territory. You'll also find as you go through the map there's a couple of other Katyushas you're going to be able to requisition, which will help speed things along because this map is against the clock. You're trying to destroy 15 German structures before the timer bar that you can see at the top of the screen runs out. So what I'm going to do here, I can see there's a Nazi occupied building there. I'm going to target that from a distance and start softening up before my troops get there. It's really important in Company of Heroes to be using cover, so you'll notice I'm going to try and move these guys in and out of cover as much as possible, just in case we do come under enemy fire to protect them. You'll know when your troops are in cover when you get the little dots at their location will show you the strength of the cover, so in an ideal situation you want to keep those troops in cover in all combat situations. So we'll see there's one soldier left in that German squad, so the artillery did its job pretty well there, and it allows us to waltz in and capture this point without a lot of opposition. Oh, and the German forces have built a structure on this, so we're going to have to take that out before we can capture it. Okay. So you can capture points in Company of Heroes by being anywhere within the vicinity. You don't have to stand directly on top of the point. So it's generally wise to move your troops behind cover and try and protect against any potential counterattack that might be coming. Move my Katyushas up a little bit closer as well now so they've got more range across the map. But you've got to be really careful. You don't want those guys to get hit by anything, so... Okay, so we've spotted there's a German machine gun nest over there. I'm going to back up a little bit and then bombard it from a distance. You'll notice the Katyushas aren't exactly well armoured, so even a machine gun nest is doing damage to them, so you've got to be really careful. And then you can see some of the physics-based destruction of the Essence 3 engine. If you can see it, you can destroy it. You can create craters in the ground, you can knock down walls, you can knock down buildings. We've got a huge level of destructibility in this game. It's something that we're really proud of. And this is a great map for showing it off. So my next target's up there, so I'm gonna target this building in case there's any German forces in there, and I'm gonna keep moving my soldiers up under cover of artillery fire. Okay, so there's a German machine gun nest there, so we're going to take cover within the building. Buildings give troops cover as well, so you'll see my guys have made their way up onto the roof where they've got a vantage point. Gives me a great opportunity to spot that nest from my Katyusha rocket trucks and take it out from a distance. And as well as the broad area barrage, they also have a concentrated barrage that you can use to attack one target, so that's perfect for taking out cover like this. Okay, we've basically won this encounter, so I'm going to move my troops out, clear out this section quickly and move up and hopefully capture that point before too many reinforcements turn up. I'm just going to order my rockets to stop firing so I don't accidentally hit my own guys in the crossfire, because that wouldn't be ideal. Use a Molotov cocktail to clear these guys out quickly. So I'm going to move my Katyushas up so they're always close enough to my infantry that I can protect them. And again, this map's very much about utilising your different types of vehicles to protect each other. So my infantry, I need to take out things like this anti-tank gun to protect my Katyushas. But on the flip side, I also need to use my Katyushas to take out things like the machine gun nests. So the key to success is using both sets of forces at your disposal to their fullest extent. And I'm going to jump back into cover here just to protect these guys quickly while they fight these Germans. So we've earned a little bit of resource now, so I can actually build a few more squads, which will allow me to get some more infantry out there.
Exiting. Engineer, we are on the way. See if that can be repaired. We will get there. Engineers ready for assignment. Confirmed infantry kill. Flamethrowers are coming, comrade. Forward, comrade.
You can see the Germans have captured disabled Katyusha on the map there.
You need engineers?
So we'll take that out quickly with our infantry. So yeah, here's the Katyusha rocket truck in full effect. So you can target anywhere within this physical range. So you'll see it firing here on this target. These trucks are great. They're very fragile, but they're a really useful weapon for the Soviet force. So players will use them a lot in single player and multiplayer. Check back tomorrow to see a cold weather map where you're going to see how the unique weather conditions of the Eastern Front are going to come into play in Theatre of War.